Hi again, everybody. It's Ken Iverson back in Kent, Washington, USA, near Seattle. This is the third segment I'm doing this evening. What is it? The 13th of September, Monday, the 13th of September, 2010. It is now 11:31 in the evening, and this will be the last segment I'll do tonight. By the time I get through processing and all that, it'll be after midnight. So let's get on with it. I have some more pictures. This is for Viorica. More pictures for Violet. Viorica. I like Viorica better than Violet Viorica. So this is something that I want you to see. This was, remember last segment I had we had the pictures of the cemetery at Vakal in Transylvania. This was on the hill up to the cemetery. This was a carcass of an animal that had died or been killed or whatever on the ground there. And I took this and I thought, this is dust to dust, ashes to ashes. This is the in the natural world, this is what happens. An animal died and was on the road there, the skeleton, and some fur, I believe. And I believe that our uncomfortableness with our own deaths and the deaths of others is the root of a lot of our problems. I believe that war can be traced back to that ultimately, and we'll talk more about that in some other segment. But now I want to go on with the pictures I was showing you of Agnes and my trip to Hungary and Romania in 2005. This was taken in my apartment. I put right here. Get here. That's Agnes at this computer that I'm at right now showing you these pictures. That's Agnes playing solitaire. She loved to come into my apartment and play solitaire in the evening. She would call me and ask if she could come over and play solitaire, and I'd say yes, of course. And she'd come, and I'd sit and watch television or read a book, and she would play solitaire on the computer, on my Dell computer. You can't see that on ordinarily, but this is a Dell computer that I'm at right now. So that's Agnes. This is Agnes's family minus Vio. Vio wasn't here that day, but this is Emilia on the right. Leah. She'd put on a few pounds. She was up and down weight-wise. She was concerned about her weight always. And that's Anna Maria in the center. She graduated from PLU about several years back now, and went on. I believe she was going for a master's at what was the name of it? Kaplan College or something like that, in down at McCord Air Force Base, which is south of Tacoma and south of here, south of Kent. And of course that's Agnes. This is their home in Ording, Washington, which I went to many times. Those were good times, and I miss them. I miss them. Anyway, this was like a second family to me up until 2 years ago, when we had a falling out, particularly Emilia and I. Anyway, this is a picture of Agnes standing by my car. That blue car with the door open there is my 1982 Honda Prelude automobile, Sport Coupe. And it's a little worse for wear. You could probably see it needs a paint job. And she's standing there. And when we went to Soap Lake, we took this car and drove all over. We went to Grand Coulee Dam and so on. And that's my car. I drove that today, and I'll drive that tomorrow when I go to the Patty Murray campaign and make calls for Patty Murray, the incumbent senator from the state of Washington here. I got a call from a fellow named Colin the other day, and he wanted to know if I wanted to participate somehow, knocking on doors or calling for Patty Murray, and I said, of course. And so I'm going to do that tomorrow evening. Between 5 and 6, I'll arrive in Seattle at the Union Hall, and we will make calls for Patty Murray. It's really important that Democrats be elected in the House and the Senate. We don't give them up to Republicans. I said this other places in my video, and I'll say it again. if the Republicans are elected, they will repeal everything that Obama has done good for this country in the last almost, well, year and a half, coming up on 2 years. Now, I want to move on rather quickly. I want this to be the last segment tonight. So let's go here. This is in Budapest, and that's Csaba. I mentioned Csaba. And that's his daughter, Palma. Isn't she a beautiful young woman? Isn't that a great picture? I just love that. I love Csaba, and I love Palma, and I love Tunde, and I love Grandma. That's Tunde's mother. That's a beautiful picture. This is in Budapest also. Greenpeace. I just put that. I took a picture of that. Greenpeace, you know, the environmental group. They had this sign in Budapest. This is taken at out in the country. I mentioned that we spent an afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, in the country at Istvan, Steve's parents' country home, outside of Oradea, and this is a well where they would get their water. Edita is a city girl, and I put in the album I got this from. I put the city girl out in the country, and this is Edit by the well. And I weeded that day. It needed to be weeded, and I like to sort of garden sometimes, and I weeded out there and got some of the weeds out of their garden. This is Piste on the right, me in the center, and Edita, Piste's mother, on the left. Isn't she a beautiful woman? And Piste, like I said, American women would go crazy over Piste. He just is a handsome man, and Edita is a beautiful, beautiful woman. And I don't know who that guy in the center is. He somehow got in there somehow. This is Istvan, Steve, who at that time was Edita's boyfriend. I don't know if they got married or not. I haven't asked Edita, but he was a courier. He drove between Oradea and Bucharest. That's what he did for a living. And I tell you, you take your life into your own hands when you drive with Istvan, because he knows how to drive. He makes good time. And that's Edita. Isn't she beautiful? And Piste. He's a handsome young man. He was 19 at the time in 2005. This is at their apartment, I believe, in Oradea, Romania. So this is at in Budapest. That's Csaba on the right in the red, Csaba, and that's Agnes, the aunt of Csaba and of Edita, to her right, and that's Palma. That's Csaba's daughter, Palma. What a beautiful young woman she was, and she is. She's on Facebook. She plays the violin, a very fine violin. But I played the violin, so I appreciate what she's doing with the violin. I believe she's studying now, advanced studying in the violin. So anyway, that's Palma and Csaba and Edita and Agnes in Budapest at their apartment. This is early in the morning. This is early in the morning. Look at Csaba. He looks like he just got up, and they would make coffee. And I don't drink coffee, but they would make coffee in the morning. And that's Palma with Csaba, her father, early in the morning in their apartment. They since got a house. They bought a house in, I believe, in Pest, in Budapest. And I never saw it, but this was after we left, and I got word that they had bought this house, and they were going to take Grandma with them. That was Tunde's mother, and Tunde's mother and I, we didn't speak the same language at all, but we did speak the same language. We had an understanding, and I miss the woman, I really do, and I miss Csaba, and I miss Palma, and I miss Tunde, I missed Edita, Piste, Istvan, all of them. they were like family to me, and I'm very sad now that well, I'm very sad. This is another one of Istvan there on the right, and this is Agnes in the center, and that's Edita with the champagne. This was at Agnes's birthday. I showed you her 69th birthday, and these were good times. These were good times. I miss these people. I really do. I really do. I hope someday to be able to see them again. This, for the Americans in the crowd who's watching this is in Oradea, Romania. Wherever you go, there's Ronald McDonald. This is a McDonald's in Oradea, not too far from where Edita and Piste lived in Oradea. And Piste, one day after we went to the sauna and to the gym and worked out, we went to this McDonald's and we had a Big Mac and fries and a chocolate shake. I told you when I was a kid I used to have a hamburger deluxe, chocolate shake, and fries, and that's what I have nowadays, is a Big Mac and fries and a chocolate shake. And we had that here in Oradea, and it was about the same price as it was in this country. So anyway, that's a McDonald's. How are we doing on time? We got a couple minutes here. This is me near Edita's and Piste's apartment in Oradea, making a call to the United States. I called Trish, and her husband answered, and I think he was pissed off at me because I called in the middle of the night. I didn't know what time it was here. And I talked to Trish this afternoon, this September 13th, 2010. She called me, and we talked for a while. And I called her that evening. I also talked to her mother, Dorothy Beckham, back here at Mardi Gras, and that's from Oradea, Romania. I was calling. This is a gypsy in Budapest, playing his guitar, and you've probably seen this on the streets here in the United States with the guitar case open. They put money in there, and he was making, I don't know if he was making a living, but he was bringing in some money. This is something that let's see if I got that. Have I got that right? I guess I have that. Okay, that's Koresh something, Koresh Kurses or something like that. It's a sweet bread, which I really liked. We don't have it in this country, but it's a sweet bread, and I like that a lot. And then there was something else I liked. This is Borsec mineral water. When I got back here, I had a lot of mineral water. I don't drink so much now because it's expensive, but Borsec mineral water was my favorite mineral water. And this is a Jewish synagogue, which is just up the street from Csaba's, Tunde's, and Palma and Grandma's apartment in Budapest. And this synagogue is one of the largest in Europe. And Jews were they took a lot of Jews in the concentration camps and killed them during the time of Nazi Germany during World War II. And this synagogue has a weeping willow tree made out of metal leaves, and on each side of the leaves is the name of a Hungarian Jew who was killed during the Holocaust, the Hungarian Holocaust. And it's quite, I don't have a picture of it. I thought I had a card, but I don't have a picture of it. This is the synagogue, and it's out in the backyard. This weeping willow tree, this metal weeping willow tree, looks like a real weeping willow tree with the names of the Jews on either side of the leaves. So we're running up on time here. That's a trip down memory lane for me. And those were good times, and now times are not so good. Now times are not so good, but they were like family to me. Agnes was like family to me, and Emilia and Vio and Anna Maria, and yeah, like family to me. The family that, well, anyway, that was before. This is now. It's coming up 52, 53. This is Ken Iverson in Kent, Washington, signing off for now. See you later. Bye-bye.